NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness, so the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And Elliott puts this one through. So 2 quarters down, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First down for Philly. Wentz on target to Hollins.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Ajayi. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Wentz now on first down. Pass incomplete. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing now is Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run again on first down to Smallwood. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. Buying time to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Wentz. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And they work this out past the 25. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Hey, spread left.
They go play action here on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Bortles now on 1st down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon, 32 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm bringing it to you. It's been you too. Great. Black.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Down and man inside. Down and man.
Wentz going to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
To throw, it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Trips left.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Bortles now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Jordan Hicks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Fournette running right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. That's complete right around the 8. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll run on first down. Scott. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.